Hey friends, welcome back to TechWap. In this video, we'll cover remote work, touching base on COVID trends, compensation, international teams, and asynchronous work. With the pandemic, tech companies were among the first to shift to fully remote work. Even today, most tech workers are still working from home. While people no longer have to commute to an office or an in-person customer meeting, those with kids or roommates needed to reinvent how they remain undisrupted during the workday. Working from home blurred the line between personal and professional lives, and also resulted in a trend known as a Great Resignation. Despite good compensation packages, people are now leaving their companies, and demand for talent is higher than ever before. If you're thinking about getting into tech, now is a great time. Another trend that I've noticed is that some people decided to take advantage of this situation and move to generally sunnier places like Hawaii. Although this is possible with remote work, there's a gray area. Each employee needs to officially become a remote worker, as there are many implications including taxes, immigration, and your compensation package. Typically, the smaller the company, the more flexibility you will get when negotiating your remote status, so keep that in mind. Next, let's discuss how the compensation packages are structured. The general rule of thumb is that the employees are compensated according to the cost of living in the location where they're based off. For example, someone in San Francisco makes more money than someone based in Denver, simply because San Francisco is a more expensive city to live in. The same applies to those who work from within the US versus those who are based overseas. Early in my career, I decided to relocate to Argentina, which meant taking a pay cut despite that my work and responsibilities remained the same. If you're curious about how much you will make, I suggest checking Glassdoor and another video I created on compensation in tech. I also wanted to cover work with international teams. It is common for tech companies to employ developers or other functions from overseas. Typically, it's done either through an official office. For example, Salesforce has offices in Argentina, UK, India, and so on, or a contracting firm, such as that instead of opening an office and hiring talent yourself, the company will sign a contract with an external firm which will provide a team of developers or other talents. When you work from overseas, it is important to understand where the leadership is based off. For example, developers who are based in Ukraine with product and engineering manager in the US will have to work through a 10-hour difference, which makes the collaboration extremely difficult. Instead, finding a product team based closer to where you are geographically might be a better fit. Companies like Spotify, Google, Atlassian are a few examples with product teams based in the EU, UK, and Australia. The easiest way to find this information is at the careers page or by checking where specific people work from on LinkedIn. Finally, there are a few tech companies that pioneer the asynchronous practice. Async work means that employees work on their own time without the expectation of immediately responding to others. I personally haven't come across a complete list with tech companies that work async, but when you come across one, you'll find this information on their careers page. My favorite example company is GitLab. It is in the company DNA to document everything so then your teammates who are based off on the other side of the globe can find the information without you being online. If you check GitLab's handbook, you'll be able to find almost everything, including compensation by role and location, company vision, strategy, and even a complete philosophy based on each department. Whether you're in the US or overseas looking for remote or in-office work, I hope this information was helpful. As always, let me know what other topics you want to learn more about, and I'll see you soon.